This is Internet Business Mastery, episode 65.
In a world where bosses control your life and thoughts of escape fill your mind, where inspiration seems dead and cynicism rules the masses, you have a desire to break free. You feel the need to take control. Now, there exists a place where the secrets of freedom and wealth are given to those who believe. InternetBusinessMastery.com. Free your mind.
Hello and welcome to Internet Business Mastery Online at InternetBusinessMastery.com. I'm Sterling.
And I'm Jay.
And we're here to help you escape the 9-to-5 and live the lifestyle of your dreams by turning your life's passion into a profitable internet business, even if you're just getting started today. Now, in this episode of Internet Business Mastery, we have a Cubicle Escape story with Shaun Noonan. Now, this is the first of a new series of interviews that we will be releasing regularly through the podcast feed. The second part of our interview with John Jonas is going to come out next week. And then on the quick tip, we have a handy tool for finding out if somebody is ripping off your content. Now, we'd like to remind you that if you'd like to get a jump start on creating your own profitable internet business using our proven system, claim your risk-free trial membership to the Internet Business Mastery Academy by going to freeaudiogift.com. So, Jay, what's been going on for you?
Well, I guess I'm just excited about this new interview series. I mean, there's so many people in the Internet Business Mastery community doing awesome things, and, we've had great feedback when we've done interviews with people before. And, I think it's always inspiring for me to hear people's stories, and I learn something every time we do an interview. And so it's great to get that. I think it's valuable content for our podcast listeners. So I'm excited that we've decided now to regularly do these interviews and put them out as an additional show on the feed. So it's going to be fun stuff.
Well, and people ask us all the time if we're going to add more shows, because right now, as it stands, we do 2 a month. So here was our chance to go, okay, let's do 3 a month. How about that? And we'll do these Cubicle Escape stories since we love them so much as well.
Yeah. People listen to us talk about internet business and the fact that, we do what we do. And, hopefully that inspires people. And people do email us and say, oh, I love listening to everything you guys have to say. But, there's something about hearing other people talk about their experience as well. And, there's always going to be something in other people's stories that, somebody in the audience might resonate with and get inspired by. So I think by bringing this content in, we'll hopefully just inspire that many more people and help that many more people get past whatever sticking points that they have. So, I'm just, I'm excited for, I guess, the value that I think people will get out of these shows. That's going to be very cool. So, by all means, those listening, let us know what you think of these interviews, and, we'll adapt things accordingly. But I think it's going to produce some good things.
I agree.
So I guess with that, let's go ahead and dive into our feature segment, which is a pre-recorded interview with Internet Business Mastery Coaching Course alumnus and Academy member, Shaun Noonan.
And now, the feature segment.
Hello, it is Jay here on the line. I've also got Sterling with me and a very special guest. This is an Internet Business Mastery community member, actually someone who has, we've been interacting with for quite some time, has been listening to the show for quite some time, and it's just been thrilling to watch everything that he has been up to the last couple of years. So we wanted to get him on the line and pick his brains of what bits of wisdom or things have worked well for him, and just, we find it inspirational to talk to people about their stories. So with us today, we've got Shaun Noonan of LearningIndonesian.com, who has previously been a coaching course student and a very active member of the Internet Business Mastery community, in there all the time helping people out, which of course many people appreciate, as do we. And so thank you very much, Shaun, for joining us today and giving us a bit of your time to chat with us.
No, it's great to talk to you guys again.
So I guess the logical place to start is, and I guess I should mention, this is actually, I think, the second time we've interviewed you. It's been a long while back, shortly after our coaching course, we interviewed you, but it's always fun to check in again because I know you've done lots of stuff and your life has changed in different ways. And one of them, I guess, is that you got married in the last couple years since we last talked to you. But tell us a little bit about, I guess, your story. How did you get into internet business and information marketing? What brought Shaun Noonan to this whole internet business thing?
Sure. Well, I sort of always thought that someday I would build a website that would make $1 trillion, and everybody would want to join up. It would have 1 trillion users and
Sweet.
whatever. I kind of came out of that whole .com world of if you just build just the right website and it goes viral, you're all set.
Don't we all start with that illusion? That sounds very familiar.
Yeah. So if you make something and put it out there, somebody's going to buy it, right? I had that mentality for pretty much all of my adult life until I sort of woke up. Actually, taking the coaching course from you guys, I guess it's going to be 2 years coming up in August, and so since then I sort of had just this mental shift of, well, if you build something that people want first and then you bring it to them, they'll buy it.
Yeah.
So kind of just a whole mental shift from that whole angle. So going back since the coaching course, my first project was learningindonesian.com, which was basically an online language program, audio based. I looked at launching into iTunes, and as part of my niche research, I saw that there wasn't any Indonesian podcast of any value there already, and I realized that there's a lot of other. There are some other resources out there. There are commercially published programs. You can even go to the bookstore and buy one, but there didn't seem to be a really good one online. So I realized, podcasting would be an excellent medium to deliver and find that audience and get it out there. And I'd really be the only one doing it for this particular language. So, I went with that, and sort of based on the whole building a community from the coaching course, and built up the website, launched it when it was good enough. And built a steady list off of that, and started surveying and marketing, and launched a product into it, and it worked really well. Since then I've done in the year that project has been active and running, I've since done a complete redesign of the site after really connecting up with the audience, and reworking the site to fit their final expectations. And actually it was just 3 weeks ago that the final redesign went out, and I increased my income by 25% just from converting better on the new site for new visitors. So
That's
I know
awesome.
it's this like wacky stuff. You make one change, one little change, and then all of a sudden, a 25% raise out of nowhere.
Pay raise.
So.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, speaking of your audience, who would you say your primary target market is, and who are you trying to reach with this content?
For Learning Indonesian, it's basically just people who want to learn the Indonesian language primarily for travel, but there are other secondary purposes, like they might have in-laws or family that live there. And as I discovered after launching after launching the podcast and getting to know the audience a little bit better, it turns out the vast majority of them are actually Australians that go there for the summer. It's sort of, Indonesia is sort of their Caribbean. If you're in the U.S., you'll sort of get that reference. You can sort of hop on a plane and fly for an hour or two, and you're sitting on a beach drinking, the equivalent of Coronas and chilling out. That's what Indonesia is for Australians, and realized that there was a great market there that was sort of untapped. And other than that, U.S. and European travelers also travel there quite a bit. So it's a nice demographic to target. And the other part is that I happen to be a member of the other demographic, which is that my wife is from Indonesia, and we I need to be able to communicate with my family. So there's it became an important thing for me to learn it. So I realized maybe some other people might fit that as well. So we sort of target both of those groups.
So you ended up getting out of the, I don't know what my mother-in-law is saying. She made you learn it anyway, huh?
Yeah, you can't. Once you get to a certain point, you can't. There's plausible deniability. So at this point, that's all out the window.
Nice. Well, clearly you know who your audience is, and you have a sense of, okay, who are these people who want to learn Indonesian, and what are they wanting to do with it? And that's awesome to hear that description. I mean, I think anybody out there who's currently has a business or wanting to start one, I mean, hopefully you can do exactly what you just demonstrated.